Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, we're going to be doing a snatched nose contour. You want your nose to be looking like you just got a nose job? Then please keep on watching. Alright, so I went ahead to do my eye makeup and foundation off camera just because I want this video to be straight to the point. No long talking, no too much unnecessary gist. I just wanted it to go straight to the point. All right, and if you're wondering what foundation I used this one by Juvia's Place, the I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I really like this foundation and it's in the shade Malawi 230. All right, so that's what I have on my face right now. And if you are wondering how I did my eyebrows, you can always check my eyebrow tutorial. I have a detailed eyebrow tutorial and I'm going to link it up in the cards so you can check it out if you want. And without talking too much, because I feel like, I don't know, this intro is getting too long, but without talking too much, let's just jump right into the video. Okay, so now I'm going to start by highlighting my eyes. Remember, highlighting my under eye. Remember that we're doing how to snatch your nose, right? But it all starts from how you highlight your under eye. So I'm going to start with the placement of my under eye highlight, okay? Because I want you guys to understand how that influences how snatched your nose looks ultimately. So let's just go. Now I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer in the shade Cool Tan. It's like 3 shades lighter than me, but I just really like it for when I'm doing like a dramatic under eye look. And yeah, basically, so what you want to do when you are applying your highlight is you want to bring that highlight to the edge of your nose, like so. Like just cover the edge of your nose with the highlight. Do you see what I did there? That's what you want to do on the 2 sides of your nose. Do you see that it automatically makes my nose look somewhat snatched already, even though we haven't even contoured, but just from the placement of the highlight. Now, as always, you don't want to extend your highlight too far from underneath your eye. You're trying to like stay within the immediate under eye area, and that's like a triangle that I'm going to draw here. Now, when you're going to place the highlight on your nose, you want it to be as slim as possible because that ultimately influences how slim your nose looks at the end of the day. So I'm just going to draw a straight line like so, just like that, and then put the highlight on my forehead too. This is just, it's really basic, but it all just depends on your placement. Placement is everything with makeup application. You want to be as precise as possible because you know that the placement ultimately affects how everything comes together. Next, I'm going to go in with a flat brush, and if you've watched any of my tutorials, you know that I like to use a flat brush first to blend in the concealer before I go over it with a beauty blender, just because I feel like it makes the makeup look more flawless and seamless, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to press in the concealer first like so. Just press that in. Remember, you're just staying within your immediate under eye area. You don't want to drag the concealer to your ear. No, you just want it to be under your immediate under eye area in a triangle kind of form. Okay, so this is what we are looking like after blending. When you are blending, you want to avoid the line on your nose being too thin, because if it's too thin, then it just starts to look like you can't breathe. It doesn't look natural, and the aim is to make it look as natural as possible. So you want to avoid things that look too harsh and unnatural. Okay, so after this, I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and just blend all that highlight together. this is what I'm looking like after I'm done blending. I blended all the highlighted areas, and this is what we're looking like. You don't want to be having any area that is visibly whiter than the other. Everything is just supposed to like marry into your skin basically. So now I'm going to set that under eye area with my banana powder, and before I do that, I'm just going to make sure that my under eye isn't creasing, because it tends to crease pretty easily. I'm also using my damp beauty blender to apply this banana powder, by the way, just in case you were wondering. And I'm also staying within that triangle, also bringing the powder to the edge of my nose. Remember, the highlight is supposed to like make the edge of your nose look a bit slimmer and less bulky. If you can see what that does, it just makes it look a bit slimmer. Then for the nose, you want it to be as slim as possible as well. Just put that at the center of your nose like so. So this is what we're looking like after we have set all the highlighted areas, and then we're going to move on to contour. I personally do powder contour. I don't do cream contour, just because I feel like powder contour is quicker, and with cream contour you're still going to have to set it with powder. So I'm just going to show you how I do my powder contour. Alright? Great. So for this, I have a powder palette that I use. It's by a Nigerian brand called Lady V powder, Lady V Cosmetics. It has a couple of shades in it, and I personally just use this for my face powder and my contour. This is what the powder palette looks like. You can see that I've hit pan on quite some colors here, quite some shades here, because I use this very frequently. So I'm going to use this shade to contour my nose. You can see that it's just a tad bit darker than I am. For my face powder, I would normally use this shade for my face powder. So but for the contour, I'm going to be using this shade for my nose contour, just because it's not that dark, so it's not going to be overpowering. It's going to just create a shadow basically. Okay, let's go. Now when you're applying the contour, you want to apply that close to the highlight, while not just at the edge of, before the bump of your nose comes out, that line before the bump of your nostrils come out, that's where you want to place the contour. So you're going to place it there and then drag it up to your eyebrow. It should connect with your eyebrow, just so that your nose doesn't look like it's an island of its own. You want everything to like marry together, so that is what we're going to be doing, marrying everything together by dragging it up into our eyebrows. So you're going to just blend that down. Now you don't want to make the mistake of just leaving it like this. I don't know if you can see the difference that this contour makes, but you don't want to make the mistake of just leaving it like that, because it will look like your nose is just going on like on end and has no end. So what you want to do is you want to close that up like so, just at the tip of your nose, just close it up like so, and yeah, basically this is it. It's pretty easy, but it can prove to be a daunting task for some people. Now you can see that my nose looks snatched. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to dust off the excess powder underneath my eyes and my setting powder, and then I'm going to set my face with my regular face powder, and I'll be right back. Great, so this is what we are looking like after I've dusted off all that setting powder. And next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same contour shade and just contour the edges of my nose right here like so. I'm just going to apply that shade there, just to make sure that my nose looks even more snatched. This is what makes the difference when you are contouring your nose. You can see that, and then I'm going to blend that out with my finger. Right, so this is what we have here. I think it looks good. Our nose looks snatched. I'm going to go off camera and just complete the rest of my makeup, and we'll be back with the finished look.